Welcome to the Daily Jing for Monday, May 1st. Here's the quote of the day. In the latter part of his career, Spanish violinist Pablo de Sarasate received a visitor from a famous music critic who acclaimed him as a genius. A genius, Sarasate said. For 37 years, I've practiced 14 hours a day, and now they call me a genius. I love that. So let's go to the key page. I have looked at all your papers, the papers that I've been shared with. So make sure that you go to your shared with me folder in Google and take a look at what I've said about your papers. Here are some brief comments, general comments about the papers. Look at the argument and research links in the OWL above here. Right here, argument and research. And most of you are having trouble with doing the in-text citations. And here's a screenshot from the Purdue OWL on how to do in-text citations in MLA. Okay? So read through this screenshot. Everyone needs to get at least one scholarly source for their papers. See the library research search information here on how to access the databases in the library. And if you don't understand this, go to the library and ask a research librarian. They are very helpful, and they're there all the time. Just go into the main room, and there's a sign that tells you where the research librarian is. Okay? You need 1,800 to 2,000 words for the final draft. Anything less, 5 points will be deducted from your paper final grade. Okay, there was almost universal trouble with coming up with a thesis. So look at my research question and thesis link up here, but also here. So I've come up with a topic that relates to robots. It's an anniversary topic. It comes from a 1977 report from the Russian Academy that they created a six-legged walking machine. Okay, so my sample research question and thesis based off of robots as caregivers. So I've taken this idea of robots and I've reduced it to robots as caregivers. And I have three theses here. One that's more of a report informative research question and thesis, and a better one still. Okay, so look through these, because you can see what I've done here is I've taken a report here and I found the controversy in it, and then I've come up with reasons. I have 3 reasons here, and you need at least 3 or 4 reasons. So the thesis is simply robots as caregivers is a great idea because they will be vigilant, efficient, and capable. And I will argue in my paper each one of these, and I will have another paragraph or 2 that will talk about the opposition. Okay, so the paper on robots here will start with this information up here in the beginning. I will talk about what the Russians did and what people have done subsequently, and then I will get to my more succinct topic, just robots as caregivers. There's lots of things that robots do, and most of you had trouble kind of reducing it to a manageable subtopic. If you were talking about World War I, you wanted to explain all the causes of America going into World War I. You can't, There are libraries about that. You have to take a small part of it that that is doable in 6 pages, and that has enough detail in them. Okay? All right. So as far as the final exam, I will have that up for you on Wednesday. And if you look at the schedule, let's look at the schedule for a minute here. I know this is getting longer than usual, but there's lots of information here that you need to know. Okay, so this is the end of the week here. The final draft of the research paper is due by Monday the 8th, so a week from today by 6 a.m. The final exam is due the next day, Tuesday the 9th, by 6 a.m. And then the class is over. All the links in D2L will go away, and you won't have any chances to post anything else. Okay? So the question of the day is, where should I post the peer reviews for the 4RP? Post them into D2L like you've been doing for each of the peer reviews for the papers. So give them to your peer partners in their papers, and they're due by Wednesday. And then take a copy of it, the end comment that you make, that you're supposed to copy and paste to the bottom of the papers. Make a copy of that and put it into D2L. Okay? All right, thanks. Bye.